breeding season starts in like a month and a half, okay? And a lot of y'all have asked what my plan is, how many potential foals could we have in 2026? What are the pairings that we're trying to have? So I thought I'd give you kind of like my workup, and then we'll see what actually happens. Now, if y'all have been following for more than just foaling season and you've watched breeding season, like you'll know things change very quickly. Sometimes mares refuse to get pregnant. Sometimes recips refuse to hold embryos. Sometimes like mares lose their foals pretty early on, and the babies we thought we were going to have don't end up happening. So things are always subject to change. You kind of just have to have a plan and then wing it after that. So for my potential pairings in 2025 breeding season, Miss Indy is open. She is my only thoroughbred mare that I breed for her own babies, and I'm breeding her to VS Code Red. So that'll be pretty early on, and we're not having to worry about embryo transfers. She's just carrying her own baby. So that's one. Number 2 is Sophie. Now, Sophie is having ICSI done next week with Trudy, and I will be breeding her with VS Code Red. I think it would be really cool if I could go ahead and test the embryos for, you know, genetic panel, color, all those things, and kind of like make a decision off that. But we have to have embryos first. I've already told y'all she's not going to carry a foal this coming year. I'm giving her another year off. So I would love a Sophie VS Code Red baby. That's 2. With Miss Beyonce, we're going a little bit different route this year, and I'm breeding her to Makin' Me Willie Wild. Now, she doesn't carry her own babies, so it will be going into a recip, possibly, you know, Maggie, maybe Ethel again. We don't know. I think Gracie's probably getting a year off, so probably not Gracie. But Beyonce and Makin' Me Willie Wild is going to be so cool, and if it's a filly, I'd probably keep it. That's 3. I've bred Ginger to the same stud twice in a row because I loved that baby so much. So she has been bred to Cool Breeze twice. Due to It's a Southern Thing passing and having a limited amount of time to breed to him, I believe I will be breeding Ginger here to It's a Southern Thing for 2026. So that's 4. Erlene's making this difficult, okay, because I really want her to have a Denver baby. And I think I really want her to have one of Denver's first babies because she's obviously produced a very, very nice baby her first time around. So it's important that nice mares, like, you know, exemplify your young stallion. So I think I am going to breed her to Denver. But she also, like, this baby's amazing. So I'm considering doing ICSI with her and having VS Code Red babies banked back just in case. That's 5. Annie, I am very excited to breed her to Denver this coming year. So she will be having one of Denver's first foals. Very excited about that. So that's 6. But then I bought 3 embryos, okay, because I'm nuts. So we have Only Blue Couture and VS Code Red. We have Best Seat in the South and VS Code Red. And Waffle House and VS Code Red. So that's 9. And we haven't even talked about Trudy or Kennedy yet. So Trudy, here's the thing. I really need a good, better, best baby like every year from her, but I also want to breed her to Denver so bad. So there's a dilemma because that quickly turns to 11, and that's without Kennedy. And then brings Kennedy, who I would like to have 2 babies from because she's phenomenal. I would love to breed her to like so many stallions, okay? So I really want to do invitation only through ICSI. I really would like to do It's a Southern Thing while I can. I'd love to go back to RL Best of Sudden. I'd like to go back to Machine Made. Like, it's kind of a problem how many studs I'd like to breed her to. And then that's not even the hunt seat studs I think she'd cross nice with. But we'd have to narrow it down to 2. But we have time. I am going to do ICSI with her probably before I do embryo transfer, just so that we, like, you know, can potentially have some embryos on hand, whatever, if things don't go correctly. But that's potentially 13. And with the barn remodel, like our stalls are in the midst of getting redone. We would have 13 foaling stalls. And then we'd need another barn for regular stalls. So, I said this was a plan. I don't think it is a plan. I think my plan is showing me that my brain is thinking too big right now. But if you had to weed it down to 10, which ones would you knock out? Because that list, I feel like, is just really good. So let me know what you would do if you were in my circumstances.